Hello everyone and welcome back to another brand new video. Today we're going to be going over the most recent episode of Pokemon Horizons, and this episode was actually the final episode of the Terastal Debut arc. It feels like it just began to me, but we're already at the end, and I do like how they decided to end off this arc with a battle between Liko and Roy, especially since the reason they went to the Naranja Academy in the first place was to get stronger, and so I think having a battle between the two really just will show off how much they've grown. So let's talk about how it went. So I mentioned in the last episode that they're having this tournament to pretty much close out this Terastal course for the students, and so we saw a couple battles last time, but that wasn't really the main focus, and so this episode begins with Dot having her battle. She battles against that boy named Rai, who is kind of, I guess, the doppelganger for Roy from that one episode with the Annihilate. So she beats him pretty easily with her Quaxwell against his Darumaka. And after that, we pretty much get right into Liko and Roy's battle, which I really liked. I like how there was nothing wasting time. We got right to the battle in the beginning, so we had more time to dedicate to it. So the battle itself, I'm going to say I really enjoyed. I thought it was pretty good. The animation itself was really nice, and let's go over what happened. So the battle starts out as expected with Fuecoco versus Florigato, and they spar for a bit where it seems like they're battling pretty evenly. None of them really has the upper hand immediately, but at some point we do start to see Florigato getting a bit of the upper hand since she just has more versatile attacking with her Vine Yo-Yo thing. So she does get the upper hand, so Roy decides to just switch out to Kilowattrel, which is great because I really wanted to see more of Kilowattrel battling since he barely battled in the fight against Rhyme. So that was great to see, and Kilowattrel actually does really well. He really starts to put Florigato in a position where she's struggling. He even paralyzes her with Spark at one point, so Liko switches out to Hatchrim, so that was really great to see. The kids switching their Pokemon out when the times get tough, not just over-relying on their partners. So that was really nice to see. So Kilowattrel and Hatchrim spar for a bit as well, and the match is even for a while until Kilowattrel starts to gain the upper hand, and he does end up taking out Hatchrim. So that was really nice to see Kilowattrel finally getting a win in a battle after all this time. I do wish he would have done a bit more than just spamming Spark over and over. That seems to be what Roy's real plan was, to power up Kilowattrel so he could use a powerful Spark, which is fine, but I do wish he was using more attacks. Last time he pretty much only spammed Spark, and this time he did use Uproar once, but aside from that he really just used Spark. But overall, I am happy to see a win from him. That's really nice. That's really all I wanted, and it would have been nice again to see Hatchrim also get a win, but they can't all get wins, so yeah. So after Hatchrim goes down, she does have her healer ability activate, which does heal Florigato of that paralysis she had from Spark, so she's able to then come back in and take down Kilowattrel. Again, I do wish the battle between them was a bit more, because Kilowattrel really, in my opinion, didn't look like it took all too much damage to get knocked out so quickly, but again, I do know what they were going towards, so that was fine. So after Kilowattrel goes down, of course Fuecoco comes back in, and again, the two spar for a bit, and like I said, it's going pretty well for both of them, but again, Florigato does have a little bit of an advantage, but Fuecoco does start singing his brand new song, and I really like this scene where he starts singing because the entire crowd just hypes him up. Throughout the entire battle, we'd seen like different people on Liko and Roy's side, like Rhyme and Brassius and Hassel were supporting Roy, and Anne and Katie and the like were supporting Liko, so that was really nice to see. But the entire crowd pretty much just starts hyping up Fuecoco when he starts singing, and after he starts singing, he just immediately evolves into Crocolore, which really surprised me. I thought, well, we could see from the teaser that he was going to evolve, but I thought it would be like, as the battle was happening, he would evolve, but he actually just evolves as soon as he comes out of his Pokemon and starts singing again, so that was really interesting and really cool. I'm really happy that he has finally evolved. It's really nice to see all of the kids' first Pokemon have now evolved, and in fact, everyone except Dot's Tinkating is involved, so that's really great to see. Again, I really like the growth that this arc has shown. Even though it hasn't been the best all the time, I really do think it's been really good in the long run. So again, the two continue to battle, and eventually Liko and Roy do terastalize Crocolore and Florigato, and in the end, Crocolore is actually able to overpower Florigato, which isn't too much of a surprise since he has a type advantage, but he does end up winning, and that really made me happy. I was so happy that Roy won this battle. I really didn't know how it was gonna go. If anything, I really thought a tie was most likely, but I am happy to see that Roy won, and he even looks shocked when he realizes that he won. He's super happy, and I really like that because this entire time up until this point in the series, Roy has never beat Liko. In fact, Roy has been treated the worst out of the protagonists to me. Liko was pretty much the one always winning, no matter what it was, but Roy was always struggling. But this arc, we have really seen his growth. He defeated both of the gym leaders in his Terastal test, and he beat Liko in this final training battle, or this final tournament battle. So I'm just so happy to see Roy's growth. For the longest, I've been saying that I thought he'd been treated very poorly in comparison to Liko, and I said Liko needed to start getting some losses and Roy some wins, and that's pretty much what happened this arc, so I was really happy to see that. If I can say anything about this arc, it really did show Roy's growth, which is what we had desperately needed to see for a while, and it did put Liko down a bit of a peg instead of having her be the one to always win, so I was pleased to see that. After the battle ends, we see the kids saying goodbye to everyone, you know, saying goodbye to Penny, Nimona, Anne, and everyone. Also, we do see Arvin in this episode, and it does seem that he knows Penny and Nimona already, so he doesn't talk or anything, so we don't know what his story is looking like or if we're going to see him ever again, but we do see him here, at least for a little cameo, so that was nice. So yeah, after the kids say their goodbyes, they do leave the academy to head back to the Brave Olivine, and next we're going to be moving on with the Rayquaza Rising arc. Now, it's not going to be airing next week, it's going to be airing the week after, so yeah, we'll have a bit of a gap in between the two, but I still will be getting some teasers and more information about that as we wait. So overall, to wrap up this video, it was a bit longer than my usual reviews, but that's because I had a lot to say, mainly because it was a final episode of an arc, and because I thought it was handled so well. Overall, I will say that I think the Terastal Debut arc, while not super amazing all the time, is easily my favorite so far of the three. I think it's been handled the best. It has really shown off that growth that we needed from the kids for a while, and I can understand them giving them a slow battle growth process because they were rookies in the beginning, so it has to be over time that they grow. And I think that this is really, like I said, something we needed, not only to show off the growth of the kids, but to show off material from Scarlet and Violet, showing off Paldea, lots of characters from Paldea and Scarlet and Violet. So overall, I think this was a really great arc. I enjoyed it, but you guys can let me know in the comments what you thought of Terastal Debut as an arc as a whole. What did you think of Liko and Roy's battle? And what do you think of Liko and Roy's and Dot's growth as a whole? Dot included, even though she wasn't part of the main battle, she has shown improvement as well. Just getting out of her room, changing her clothes, not just wearing pajamas all day. Everything I think that we've been wanting to see, or at least everything that I've been wanting to see as development for the characters has happened in this arc, so I really enjoyed it. So you guys can let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you all next time with a brand new arc. Thank you!